The Valletta Market, also known as the Covered Market, is a 19th-century market hall in Valletta, Malta. It is notable for being the first building in Malta to be constructed mostly of iron. The market has declined since the 1980s, but plans are being made to restore and regenerate the building. History. Plans to construct a covered market in Valletta began in 1845, and the Valletta Market was built between 1859 and 1861 on the site of the old prisons. The building was designed by the Superintendent of Public Works, Hector Zimmerli, but was completed under the direction of Emanuele Luigi Galizia. Construction cost £3,934, and the market originally contained 153 stalls and 65 cellars. The building was bombed on 7 April 1942, during the Second World War, destroying one-third of the building. The damaged parts were repaired soon afterwards, but were not rebuilt to the original plan, and the roof's symmetry was lost. By 1966, the market no longer met hygiene standards, so it was overhauled. In 1970, 2 new floors were built and a pair of escalators were installed. The market thrived for a few more years before it began to decline in the mid-1970s. In 1982, the food market was transferred to Floriana, and a year later, the Valletta Market was rebranded as a shopping arcade called Attribution. This move was highly unsuccessful, and the food market moved back to Valletta in 1989. Despite this, the market continued to decline. The Malta Environment and Planning Authority scheduled the building as a Grade 1 National Monument on 28 March 2012. Plans for the restoration of the Valletta Market began following Valletta's nomination for European Capital of Culture 2018. The government deemed restoration of the structure as part of the Valletta Regeneration Master Plan. The building has been leased to the supermarket chain Arcadia Co. Limited for 65 years. Restoration is estimated to cost around €8 million, and it is expected to be complete by 2017. It is planned that 1980s additions to the building be dismantled, while the original elements of the structure are to be preserved. Once restored, it is planned that the stalls within the building be leased to shops or catering establishments, while part of the building is to be used for cultural activities. Architecture. The Valletta Market has a rectangular plan, and the walls and arches making up its 3 floors are built of limestone like many other buildings in Malta. However, the roof is made of cast and wrought iron decked in timber, and it is supported on cast iron columns and trusses. This use of iron makes it an unusual structure, and it was the first building in Malta to be constructed mostly of prefabricated iron. Iron had been used in earlier structures on the island, such as the Naval Bakery and the Corradino prisons, but on a much smaller scale than the Valletta Market. The design of the Valletta Market influenced similar projects elsewhere in the British Empire, including in Calcutta.